Well, let me tell you, the fights the other night. Hello, Johnny.
Did Rogan? No, Rogan said something on Twitter about how he doesn't think that a lot of fighters should be interviewed after they're knocked out. Was that the Overeem knockout he was?
Now,
Oh yeah,
maybe
yeah,
because I don't know if he's gotten some shit about people saying that what did they give you about him showing the Longo? You told me
Well,
this.
I think what happened was
they showed the tape.
He went to interview Overeem about the fight. Overeem said, it was a great fight, and he's a good fighter, but really, he tapped.
Yeah, he said he tapped.
He tapped. So I thought like at the time Joe was like, I'm not letting him get away with this. He goes, really? We'll get the camera to pull. Let's get our truck to pull that up, and then they look at it.
You don't see the tap.
Overeem's just looking. And then Joe goes, let's get it from a different angle. Yeah. So I think that's what...
it got a tiny bit awkward. But you know what?
But I think Joe had to do what he had to do because the guy really thought he tapped. And then I think after he thought about it, he said, to interview a guy with a concussion. It's bad. But, normally, like, the doctor's asking you questions. Where are you? Do you know where you're at? Doesn't mean you're not have other symptoms, but...
But in all fairness... Overeem's a little cocky anyway.
Yeah, he's very cocky.
That's what I mean. I'm being listened to.
So we don't really know. Was it the concussion? Was he being cocky? That's the interesting part.
But I thought Joe had to show that tape too, because if a guy says that in the interview, you're not doing your job if you don't say, well, let's see it. I didn't think Joe was challenging him. I thought Joe might have said, well, fuck, man, this will be something to talk about if we missed it.
But you know what it is. I think when you're looking at it, you kind of. You know that the guy didn't tap.
Right.
That was the thing. So you're looking
at
it.
For nothing. You don't want to rain on the guy's parade, man. The guy has his first title defense at his hometown.
Yeah, right.
And even if you thought that, and he's saying he's.
I would have liked for him to have looked at it and go, "Well, man, I was wrong. Maybe maybe I'm a little loopy from the fight."
Yeah.
But that's what I would have liked to have for the guy to have done.
But he didn't say that. He just praised Cleveland or something, right?
Yeah, he didn't. It's just like he couldn't let the guy have the victory, man. And it was a really great fight back and forth that any guy could have won, and Stipe, I think, just had the greater will to win in that fight.
Were you surprised he got knocked down? I was surprised to see Overeem put him on his ass.
Surprised he got knocked down, and he went down. So I thought the fight was going to go like it was going without the knockdown.
Not only that did he go down, but when he went down, I wasn't as nervous as him going down because he looked like he went to bounce right up. But the guy, Alistair Overeem, has phenomenal guillotines.
Yeah,
he's got great guillotines. I believe he got beat the belt for one guillotine back in the day.
Yep,
he's gotten a few guys, but he's got very good guillotines. So when he ramped up Stipe's neck, Stipe was very smart to make sure that he could pass the opposite way. You follow me? Mm-hmm. Like he can't pass the same side his neck is wrapped up. So Overeem went to sit and put him in guard to lock him up. And if he would have locked him up, I'd say chances are 9 that he's fucking caught. So what happened was you see him get the grip and you see him pass to the opposite way before he's able to get that grip, and then he got out and he did the right thing. He challenged it right away. He didn't let it sink in, and he got out before he was able to keep the opposite leg up. That's where he's going to escape. You follow me? Like if I got your neck wrapped up with my right arm, you're not passing to my right. You understand? You're going to have to pass the opposite way.
Right.
So Stipe went to lay down and lock him up with his legs around his waist. He passed that way before he was able to lock him up. Right. I'm trying to demonstrate.
But I know what you mean.
But that's why I like, when you knock a guy down, I say just let him get back up. Because when you're on Queer Street like that, you're giving the guy like 3 or 4 good shots now where you're trying to get your equilibrium back. So I think it kind of backfired too, even chasing him down there.
Did you notice that too when he jumped out? At one point, Stipe jumped back up and he threw a couple of punches and it looked like he was still wobbly. Was it after that or
no? That
was later in the fight, right?
Yeah, because when he got knocked down the first time, Overeem jumped right on his neck. But that's what I'm saying. At that point, Overeem probably should let him get back up, see if the guy has his legs, and then trying to finish it that way. What
I found was interesting with that fight is that how it ended was not on the feet. He put him down. And he's, is he a big ground and pound guy? He has some ground and pound, but usually he's banging, he's slaughtering people upstairs.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that too? Let me just interrupt you because it goes back to the St. Pierre fight. If you remember, the night he beat St. Pierre in Texas, Luke Como had fought Josh Haynes.
Yes.
And he hit Josh Haynes with an overhand.
Oh, man.
And I go, get at it, back off. Yeah. And Josh Haynes grabs the ref's leg. He doesn't know where he's at, so he grabs whoever's closest to him, and they had to stop the fight because Luke was back. So when I went back to the dressing room, I go, Matt, if you get this guy in trouble, don't follow him down because he'll give him a chance to hold you and to get his wits about him. And then look what happened. He lined him up. And everybody even said that too. Once you got him hurt, you just followed him
that
around.
goes back to my fight with Carol Parisian too, when I went and ate shit when I had him on.
Definitely.
When I had him on weak legs and wobbly legs, and I just shot my load trying to finish him, and then he weathered it. And
fight was close to being finished though.
Thank God it didn't though, because that led to when I lost to that fight with Carol Parisian, that put me in that Ultimate Fighter house,
right?
And that led to me.
Everything happens for a reason.
And I'll tell you, when I lost, it was a very shitty feeling because I had like an East Coast curse. I lost all my fights here. I love Vegas. That's why I love Vegas. I told you, the only fight I ever lost in Vegas was Hughes, and like I said, that don't feel like a loss. Yeah. But
you lost to GSP. That was in Montreal, right?
Yes. Thanks for bringing that up. Want to kick me in my fucking balls while you're at it? Fucking shit on my head.